Hi girls, this is a quick video on some extension problems, or a little bit harder problems, that we would do for right angle trigonometry for our extension. Just want you to remember about SOHCAHTOA, that sine is opposite over hypotenuse, and cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, and tan is opposite over hypotenuse, and that's just for right angled triangles. Remember, it's wherever the angle is, then I decide, well, this side's opposite, and this side's adjacent, and this side's hypotenuse. So it really depends on where the angle is. Okay, let's look at this first one. So we're going to do problems involving two triangles. So we're going to find the length of BC, so that's what we're ultimately looking for, to the nearest tenth of a centimeter, so 1 decimal place. So that's what I want to find. And I can see a right triangle right here, but I only have an angle and a side. And over here it says I either need 2 sides, or 1 side and 1 acute angle, and I don't have any sides really at all. So what I'm going to do is use this triangle to find their common side. So I'll call this side Y, and I'll find that common side. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to pause for 1 second. Okay, I had to run and get a calculator. So I'm going to find this common side. So that's opposite over hypotenuse. So I do sine 26 degrees equals opposite over hypotenuse, and so I have to multiply by that, and I typed that in my calculator earlier, but I'll just do it one more time. 22.9 times sine 26 will give me 10 point, now if it's to the nearest tenth I have to round to there, so it's 10.0 centimeters. Easy. Now I have to find the x now. So now I have this new triangle here that's off to the side there where I know that this is 10 and I know this is 49, and I'm looking for this hypotenuse. So I have opposite over hypotenuse again. So I got sine 49 degrees equals opposite over hypotenuse. Now remember, this one's a little bit stranger when the x is in the denominator. I have to multiply by that x and then divide by the sine. So I'm going to type that in. I'm going to be careful and go 10 divided by sine 49. And I get x equals 13.25, so 13.3 if I'm going to a tenth. And that's centimeters. Now there's numbers all over the place here, and I'm answering a question, so I need to go therefore C is 13.3 centimeters. Easy. Okay, now I'm asking you to try this one on your own. So I'm counting on you turning off or hitting pause and trying it by yourself first, and then I'm going to do it. Okay, so you've hit pause, and now you're back to me. And so hopefully you're looking for this angle measure F, and you can see that this is the side they have in common. So I have to find that common side first. That's what I'm trying to locate. And so I go sine 34 degrees equals x over 14.4. So x turns out being 8.1, I think. I'm going to leave a couple decimal places, and then at the end I'll round to the nearest degree. In fact, let's do really the right amount of decimal places. So this is 14.4 sine 34 equals x. So I go 14.4 times sine 34. Hopefully you've done this already. And I get x equals 8.0523. I'm going to use 4 decimal places until I get to the very end of the question, which I guess I could have done up here as well. But this was a 10, so it was okay. And then over here I'm going to try to figure out what F is. And so I have opposite and adjacent, so I'm going to go tan theta equals opposite. I have it 8.0523 divided by adjacent 9.6. Remember that when you're looking for an angle, you use inverse tan. I hope you already have done this. That's why I'm going super fast. And so on my calculator, I go second tan, and I use brackets all the time. I just feel I should. 8.0523 divided by 9.6. and I get theta equals 39.989 degrees. If it says to the nearest degree, so I'm going to go, therefore, the angle that I've marked theta, angle F, is 40 degrees, because it's, I say, to the nearest degree. Okay, let's go on to the next page. And these are about angles of elevation and depression. So it says Jason is lying on the ground midway between two trees. So midway between two trees means halfway between. So when I draw these two triangles out again, I know I'm a little bit messy. I'm just trying to go fast because of the video. This is 50 and this is 50. And this is tree 1, this is tree 2, so I've got x, y, that's what I want to figure out, and I know this is 13 and this is 18, so this is a really easy question. It's tan degrees. 13 degrees equals opposite over adjacent, and tan 18 degrees equals opposite over adjacent. So I'm going to multiply by 50 to get my x, so the answer is 50 times tan 13. So 11.5434, and this one is 50 times tan 18 degrees. So y is 18.2459, blah, 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 okay? And then it says to the nearest tenth of a meter, so I'm just going to add these up, that plus 11.54, and I get, therefore, the distance between the trees is tenth of a meter, so 27.8 meters. Okay. Now, I'm not going to do this one for you because the video is getting really long, but I just want to explain it to you. I'm looking at two triangles here. I'm looking at a big triangle between the one that has an angle of 43 degrees here, and it's how high, it says the angle of elevation to the top of a tree is 27, so that's the top of the tree triangle, the little triangle. Let's do that one. It's flatter. The angle is 27. And then it says the angle of elevation of a hawk flying directly above is 43. So I have these two triangles. And I know that this is 12.7. Okay? And in the past problems, it says how high is the hawk, so that's what I'm looking for. And in these past problems, we've tried to see the side or the angle that these two have in common, and clearly it's right here. They both have QG in common. So I need to find that first, and then I need to put that back up here to figure out, well, I maybe should make that a different letter, eh? I need to figure out that first, and then take it up here to figure out what the x is. I'll tell you, when you get finished, I did do the problem, and my answer at the end was that the height of the hawk, height of the hawk was, I think I got 23.3 meters. Okay, so aim for that, try to get that one done.